gentlemen, welcome back to another KJ Lifestyle video. I hope you guys are ready because today is going to be filled with supercars, hypercars, all things cars you can imagine. We're down here in Miami once again for the 2022 Miami Concours. Also doubling today, we have exotics and espressos held by Prestige Imports. Right now we're in a parking garage. As you guys can see, some of the cars are up there. We're gonna take a look at the show and then go show you everything that the Concours has to offer. There are a lot of hypercars and a lot of really rare cars, as you guys probably saw from the little B-roll in the intro. But I'm so excited for today's video, so stay tuned. Let's get right into it. Right off the bat, check this thing out. We have a Mercedes CL600 I've never seen before, and it's got a Barabbas V12. I feel like this is a very small car to have a V12 in, but that is quite interesting to see. Walked around a little bit, all stuff we've pretty much seen before, but check out this. The whole interior is this tan Alcantara. Not sure how I feel about this, but the rest of the car, the red with the gold, kind of digging it. Whoa! Oh! Ow! Oh, that hurt. So it is now 11:15. We are walking over in front of Cartier because Pagani of Miami is doing an unveiling. I'm pretty sure it's the Huayras R. It's not confirmed, but we're gonna go over here and see what it is. I'm really excited, and I hope they turn it on because this car stock is ridiculous. Walking down the street here, we have not one, not two, but three Bugattis. There may be another one down there, but we have the Chiron here, but also check out this Veyron. This is the Rembrandt Veyron with the exposed brown carbon. We thought this was Manny Koshman's, but it's actually his friend's. But still, this is ridiculous to see. We also got a Senna, the Motor Trend P1, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but we have two Murcielago SVs. No idea what this is. It's 3 seats. As you can see, the steering wheel is right in the middle. Not even a clue what this thing is, but it looks absolutely ridiculous. All right, here we are right at the Pagani Unveiling. They have 3 cars here, so could be anything. I'm pretty sure one of them is a Huayras R, but we will soon find out. Now on the other side of the unveiling, we are walking into pretty much Pagani Lane here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Paganis. Scratch that, we have 7 Paganis. The Bugatti Divo, which you guys will know we saw last year. We have another crazy spec of a Veyron with that light blue interior. I actually love this a lot. The SVJ, and I'll go down there in a little bit, but there's 2 Sions here. We obviously cannot forget about this, the Koenigsegg Agera XS, which this we have seen before. I don't think I've ever put this on my channel before, but I saw this a while ago up in Connecticut. Absolutely crazy. Little design flaw here. It says this is the Agera, but clearly the Agera XS. As I mentioned before, guys, through the bushes you can see one Sion which we saw before, and this orange one which is new. We have 2, not 1, but 2 of the best sounding cars in the world. This green Lexus LFA and the Carrera GT here. This is actually the first LFA that I've ever seen. Out of all the car shows I've ever been to, I have not yet seen it. Check this thing out. An interesting fact about this car, if you guys don't know, is that the exhaust was actually designed and manufactured by Yamaha to have that perfect high-pitched noise. So that's why you never really see any of these cars with the different exhausts, because you don't really need one. You have the Jaguar XJ220. This you never really see. We've seen this car behind windows before, never really up close in person. As you can see there, the XJ220. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. I'm not sure if I like it just because it kind of looks like a catfish, but still really cool to see this really rare car. The unveiling has got delayed until 12, so that's why we were walking around a little bit. Was able to get some pictures, but now we're gonna head back to see these Paganis. I am very excited, as I mentioned before. But we'll see. Hopefully we'll see the Huayra R, and I really want them to turn it on if it is.
Let's give everybody a big round of applause. Since we have found our home here in the Design District, this is a mix of not just a typical car show or concourse. This is a mix of art meets fashion, meets science, meets design, and of course, automotive. And that's what we've done here this weekend. And there are tons and tons of surprises throughout the entire day. Of course, as you guys know, the judges have gone through some of the cars. We will have the award ceremony right around 2 o'clock. But you will see some of the most beautiful and uniquely curated vehicles from different segments from across the world. And this is going to be our first little launch of the day for something very, very special. For those car people that are here with us that see the silhouettes, I know that you guys can only imagine what type of vehicles are underneath this. Now, we will be unveiling 3 very, very special Paganis. And when John and myself talked about this, we understood that Pagani is very, very much a very tight family. And every Pagani has a story to tell. One of the greatest things about the Pagani brand is the brand gives you an ability to not just go to the factory and design and curate a vehicle that fits for you, but years later down the road, when you want to go out and recreate this vehicle and go back and give it a rebirth, Pagani allows us to send the vehicle back to the factory or back to your local dealer to be able to design anything you'd like from mild to wild. And today you have 3 examples. Now, like I mentioned about each one of these Paganis having a story to tell, one of the great things about We Are Curated with John is a lot of these clients that sit in front of John and work on building some of these amazing machines, there's always a story behind it of why that individual chose that vehicle. There was always a specific meaning and a passion behind that one car, of why that client gets there, reaches out to John and searches for the specific car. Well, that's the same way in the Pagani family we work in Pagani of Miami. The 3 clients that are here with us today, I really should say 2 because I'm gonna raise my hand and I'm one of them. But we have 2 different clients that are from South Florida, and one of them I'm gonna mention is a dear friend of mine. Him and his wife are here to join us. Dr. Saman, I want to welcome you onto the red carpet if you don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for Dr. Saman and his wife, Zahara. Now there's a quick story about Dr. Saman. This is a gentleman that I've known for over 15 years. His journey into the exotic car world started with passion, would you say? And how many cars do you think we have now? 9 vehicles, with a mix of Lamborghinis, daily drivers, and of course, we've led up to the ultimate, which is the Pagani. Now, a couple years ago when we met together at a wedding, you remember that conversation we had? All right, it wasn't the Wedding Crashers, though. We were invited to that wedding. We were. But we sat there and you said, Brett, one day I will work the way up and I will eventually have a Pagani in the driveway, correct? Great. A couple months ago when we did the soft unveil, a very private unveil to friends and family at the Pagani Ronduno, I mentioned you and I said, the unveiling of your car and the rebirth of this for you, I want it to be done publicly on the East Coast launch at the Miami Design District Concours. And we made this happen. So I'm gonna ask both of you guys to join us on the front, and I'm gonna have you guys unveil your own car if that's okay. Moment. Let's build up some excitement, round of applause. Let's welcome Dr. Saman and his wife Zahara's new baby. Now, one of the things that this vehicle is this is not just a regular Huayra, this is a Huayra Tempesta. And the Tempesta kit gives additional downforce, and there's elements of these vehicles that change from wheels, undercarriage, front aero, rear aero, canards, and of course a specific wing that Dr. Saman chose that matches in the exact same carbon fiber, red accents of the Pagani logos. What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for Project Vulcan. For those that remember the car in the shiny visible carbon, we have of course laid down a PPF in the matte film to give it a little bit of a different touch. Kept the window tints on the windshield and side windows to make it look a little bit like a Matchbox car. But we had an opportunity to drive the car for the last couple months in Miami, get a taste, feel for it. But now we want to share this opportunity with you. This grows this vehicle to 816 horsepower. You will notice the increased aerodynamics around the car. from the front bumper, side skirts, rear, new identifiable wing, and you're gonna notice something that happens to be one of my favorites, that 6th exhaust pipe. You already went to Sebring and Homestead with this. And to Alabama next week. I absolutely love it. Pablo, you are you're the epitome of exactly everybody we would love between you and Dr. Saman. You guys drive your vehicles. Mine happens to be the highest mile trailered Pagani Huayras in the country, but that's okay. All right, let's get some handshakes, some screams. Gentlemen, let's unveil the BC Tempesta. Look how absolutely stunning this vehicle is. You'll notice the livery through the car is the basis of purity from the heritage of Horacio Pagani and of course Pablo Perez, which is the Argentinian flag colors. If you'll notice, there is a big difference between BC coupes you have seen across the world, and this is the first time you guys will have an opportunity to see the BC Tempesta in person. So what do you guys think so far? Incredible? I love it, I love it, I love it. The fun is just starting, guys. This is the Miami Design District Concours.
Alright guys, we are back from a very long lunch break that we just had, but we're down in front of the Louis V wall. Pretty much all the cars that were here earlier that we saw are in this little hub, but there's also 2 F1 cars, another Formula car, and 3 Super Trofeos that we've seen before, but we're gonna take a look around and get back more to the car content. Alright guys, as you can see, we have a whole bunch of vendors over here. We have Mile Per Hour Club, Miami Exotic Racing. And over here, I'm not even sure what we have, but they have a bunch of rims. This actually might be Wheels Boutique. So you can see over here from all these rims. But take a look at this RS6. Oh, on the red Vossens. Wow. Check out this S10 pickup right here with the LS7 in it. Oh my gosh. On the Vossens too. This thing is very, very clean. Take a look at that. The digital cluster as well. Okay, I respect it. If you know what this is, please let me know in the comments below. Obviously, I feel like I should know it, but that is interesting. Moving on, we have the GT4 right here, the Ford GT, Betty Boop 720, a Testarossa 50th Anniversario that has complete carbon side skirts, as you can see from right there. All the carbon in this car. And they have the engraving on the inside of the rim here. An absolutely gorgeous spec on this STO as well. Really love this color. Oh, and the engine bay is missing as well. So, also here some of the highlights of the show. We have the Red Bull Formula One. And we also have a Ferrari Formula One car here as well. These are absolutely ridiculous to see in person. They're a lot smaller, like thinner than you would think, but extremely long. An Audi that is transformed into like a Ford Taurus police car, but I'm pretty sure this is a car that did, yeah, the Cannonball. Oh, it's right here. New York to LA. This is the Cannonball record at 25 hours and 39 minutes. Wow. All right, guys, unfortunately, that is going to do it for today's video. As you guys can see, it is pretty dark, so it is going to pour. So we're going to try to get out of here as fast as possible. We enjoyed our time here at the show, saw some absolutely crazy cars. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, kj_life.style, to see all my pictures and more videos. But just like that, this video is over. Remember to be kind, be happy, and be grateful. And we'll see you in the next one.